Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're taking a deep dive into the strangest AI experiments ever conducted. Now, artificial intelligence has already changed our lives. Everything from recommending what TV show you should binge next to managing complex scientific research. But sometimes, researchers take AI into the bizarre and unexpected, pushing the boundaries of what these algorithms can do. So today, we're exploring the weird side of AI. No, not the take over the world kind of weird, more like the why would you even try that kind. Let's get into it. Let's start with one of the most infamous AI experiments in history, Tay, the chatbot. Back in 2016, Microsoft launched Tay on Twitter with the goal of creating a chatbot that could learn to have natural conversations with people. It was a novel idea. Let the AI learn from real interactions to better mimic human speech. But things took a turn for the worse when Tay's exposure to the less-than-ideal corners of the internet turned it from friendly to offensive in record time. Within just 24 hours, Tay went from sending cheerful messages to tweeting some seriously problematic statements. Microsoft had to shut it down almost immediately. The experiment revealed how AI can absorb the biases of its environment, especially when exposed to raw, unfiltered human input. It's like raising a child in the wild, but instead of learning survival skills, it picks up a lot of, well, let's just say, unwanted behaviors. It's a classic reminder. AI isn't inherently good or bad. It's a reflection of the data it's given. In this case, it reflected some of the worst corners of the internet. Next up, we have something that sounds like it could have come from a sci-fi movie, AI playing hide and seek. This one was conducted by OpenAI, where they put AI agents in a virtual world and had them play hide and seek against each other. The goal was to observe how AI agents would develop strategies and counter-strategies as they learned to navigate their environment. At first, the hiders would simply find a corner and hope for the best, while the seekers wandered around aimlessly. But after a while, things got interesting. The hiders figured out how to block doors and create barriers, and the seekers learned to use objects in the environment to their advantage, like building ramps to overcome obstacles. It turned into a game of constant one-upmanship, with the AIs innovating new strategies as they went along. What's fascinating is that the AI agents even discovered glitches in the simulation that the researchers hadn't anticipated, like using objects in unintended ways. This showed how AI can find solutions that humans might never think of. While it might seem like just a game, it's a peek into how AI can adapt and learn in unexpected ways. It's like watching two toddlers figuring out how to stack furniture to reach the cookie jar, but a lot more sophisticated. Speaking of surprising behavior, let's talk about AI-generated memes. You've probably heard of DALLE, an AI that can generate images based on text prompts. It's a fun tool, and some people have taken to using it to create bizarre, often hilarious images. But beyond just a source of internet entertainment, it's a way of testing how AI understands and interprets abstract concepts. When you ask it to create a picture of a cat in a suit explaining stock market trends, you're testing its ability to understand the relationship between these words and translate them into a coherent visual. And sometimes, the results are surprisingly accurate, while other times, let's just say they're abstract art at best. It might seem trivial, but this kind of experiment helps researchers understand the limits of AI's understanding of language and context. It shows us how AI sees the world through a filter of probabilities and associations rather than a deep, human-like comprehension. Now here's one that's closer to the realm of strategy and logic: AlphaZero's self-taught chess mastery. AlphaZero, developed by DeepMind, is an AI that taught itself to play chess without relying on past human games for guidance. Unlike traditional chess engines, which rely on vast databases of recorded games and human strategies, AlphaZero started with just the rules of the game. It played against itself millions of times, learning from each match and gradually developing its own approach to chess. and the results were, let's say, unconventional. AlphaZero began making moves that no grandmaster would ever consider, using strategies that seemed counterintuitive but ultimately proved highly effective. Imagine watching it play. It's like if you saw someone make a move and thought, there's no way that will work. But then, 10 moves later, the opponent's pieces are suddenly in shambles. So, what can we learn from these unusual experiments? First, they remind us that AI isn't just about automating tasks or crunching numbers, it's also about exploring new ways of solving problems. In the hide-and-seek experiment, for example, we see how AI can innovate in ways that humans might never think of, discovering loopholes or strategies that wouldn't cross our minds. It shows that AI can be a powerful tool for uncovering creative solutions, even if those solutions sometimes feel like a cheat code. Secondly, these experiments highlight how AI reflects the data and environments it's exposed to. Tay's downfall showed us how easily an AI can adopt the worst traits of its surroundings. Meanwhile, Dolly's quirky images show how AI interprets human language, sometimes with surprising accuracy and other times with a creative twist. In both cases, we see that the outputs of AI are only as good or as weird as the inputs we provide. Lastly, these experiments reveal a lot about the potential and the limitations of AI. While AI can mimic aspects of creativity, like generating an artistic image or developing a new chess strategy, it doesn't understand these things the way a human would. It's not drawing from personal experience or emotion. It's following patterns and probabilities. But sometimes those patterns lead to insights that even humans wouldn't have reached. It's like having a collaborator who doesn't think like you, but in a good way. In the end, these strange AI experiments are more than just quirky stories. They're glimpses into the potential and unpredictability of artificial intelligence. They show us a future where AI might think in ways that challenge our expectations, where it can be a source of new ideas and perspectives. And while there's still a lot we don't understand about how AI develops these behaviors, one thing is clear. The more we experiment, the more we discover about the possibilities of machine learning and artificial intelligence. So next time you hear about an AI playing hide-and-seek or generating a meme, just remember, it's all part of the journey to better understand how these systems work. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this exploration of the weird side of AI, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the fascinating world of technology. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep a close eye on those chatbots. See you in the next video.